Spanish has over 100,000 words, but you only need 1,000 to actually speak it. And here's the problem. Most people are learning the wrong words. In this video, I'm going to show you which words actually matter. Soy Hamid, hablo 4 idiomas y aprendí español 4 veces más rápido que el estudiante medio en solo 120 horas.
Podré para mejorar mi español cuando no tengo mucho tiempo libre para estudiar español.
Here's the thing. Most people's goals with fluency is to have conversations. And the thing is, not all words are created equal in terms of how often they occur in conversations. Certain words occur way more in conversations than in daily speech than others, okay? And so what this means is certain words have more value compared to other words when it comes to reaching conversational fluency. And so what this means for us is that learning the words that occur the most in conversations are fundamentally worth more of our time than learning random words that may occur, once in a blue moon. And so fluency was never really about how many words you know, because even now, like my vocabulary isn't that big, and nor was it that big when I was, when I got conversation fluent and I was able to speak with natives. But it was big enough to have a back and forth with natives. And so what this means is you might not be able to talk about every topic fluently, okay? But the thing is, we can't even do that in English. There are certain topics in English that you can't really fluently speak of, right? Because you don't know the vocabulary. And so similarly, fluency works similar in Spanish where, yes, there are some topics that are very common. There are words there that you kind of have to know. But then there are words like cauliflower, alien, and headphones that are kind of like, you don't really need to know them to be considered fluent, okay? I remember this guy in my class was asking me about okay, how do you say eyebrows in Spanish? And in that moment, I didn't know how to say it. But then I explained to him but that doesn't do anything or have any meaning for fluency, right? Because fluency doesn't require that. It just requires a back and forth for native, which I could do. The real issue is that people aren't actually learning the words that occur the most in conversations. Yes, there are, those flashcard decks that have 5,000 words or, 2,000 words or 1,000 words, right? That they call the most common Spanish verbs. But here's the thing, okay? The reason why most people do it wrong isn't necessarily because they're not learning the right words. Because there are those Anki decks you can find online that have 2,000, 3,000 words that are the most commonly used. But if you're just starting out, I'd highly recommend checking out the Speedy Spanish Roadmap. It's a free course I created to help you start learning Spanish with these methods. And you'll find it in the first link in the description. Okay? But the issue is that, because, in those Anki decks that have 3,000 words, the most commonly used words are included in those decks. And so what's the issue there? Here's the issue. Spanish, like Anki decks, they treat every word the same with equal value. But as we just saw, not all words are created equal, okay? In fact, even in the words that are most common in conversations, there are certain words that are more common than others, okay? And so even within the most commonly used words, there are even more commonly used words, okay? For example, if you think about the most commonly used verbs, like ser, estar, ir, poner, traer, words like these, tener, even in those, there are conjugations in those verbs that are used more often than others, okay? Most people try to learn vocabulary with flashcards, right? That's the main method that everyone uses, or, apps that have flashcards. The problem with that is that it doesn't match how frequently a word is used in real life Spanish. It doesn't match our conversations, even if it's the correct words technically. Okay, if you clicked on this video to get a flashcard deck of 1,000 words that you want to memorize, I'm sorry, you came to the wrong place. And before you leave though, I want to tell you that that is not the best way to learn those words, okay? Because like we saw, it's not congruent, meaning it doesn't match the frequency of how those words are used. Okay? I'm telling you, the word es, which is a conjugation from ser, is used way more often than erais, than eran, right? Now, eran is still used a lot. Es or, fue or fui are words that are used way more often. And the flashcards ignore that. And so what is the alternative? Okay, how do you actually learn these words? Because these words aren't a mystery. Everyone knows what these commonly used verbs and words are, okay? So what is then the best method to learn the most commonly used words in Spanish? And the answer is actually very simple. Think about it. If the right words are the frequent ones, then we should study where the words are most frequent, which is real life conversations. And that also matches our goal, which is conversational fluency. You can literally just watch real native Spanish content. And so native content, videos, shows, stuff that real natives actually watch is what we should be studying, okay? Not these flashcard decks. You might hear this and be like, oh, but I do watch Spanish shows. But do you really? Or are you just watching it one time and never watching it again? Or are you watching it but not pausing and searching up the verbs and searching up the words? because there's a specific method to watching the content, not just hearing it in the background, but rather actually pausing and studying each individual word. Okay, because we want to study it, not just watch it. And so you'll see the most commonly used words and verbs in real native Spanish content, right? You'll see ser, estar, ir, haber, tener, poder. You'll see all those verbs and their most commonly used conjugations. And you'll also see, que, lo que, a, para, por, en, words like these that are like the glue of sentences. You'll see those words being used all the time in real native Spanish content. And so what happens is you'll learn them in proportion to how often they are used. That is the sauce. That is the key here. Okay. Yes, you only need about 1,000 Spanish words to speak Spanish. But the real part about this is that not all those words are created equal. Even in those 1,000 words, there are some words that are used 10 times more than the others. And so the highest leverage way to learn them is to learn them in proportion to how often they're actually used, which you will do if you repeatedly study the same piece of content. And that is literally exactly the method that I did to learn Spanish, okay? And it worked out very well for me. I call it transcript training because it involves obviously using the transcript of the piece of content. And I'll give you a simple summary of the method, but I have other videos going very in-depth into it. It follows 3 steps, which is listen, understand, and repeat. So first you listen to the piece of content, you listen to one sentence or whatever. And then as soon as you don't know how to say something, as soon as you don't understand what is happening, or what the sentence is, then you search it up, then you find out what it means so you understand it. So, there you use Spanish DeepL for translating, or, even AI can help there. And then finally, you go back to before the sentence was said and then repeat the sentence, okay? And what's going to help you with this exercise is choosing content that has accurate subtitles. And the content also has to be real native Spanish so that it matches our goal, right? It's most congruent with what we want, which is conversations with natives, which is why it should be native Spanish. That's just a brief summary of the method, but I have videos going in depth into that. And so there are 3 things that content gives you that flashcards don't. The first thing, and this is very important, is context. Flashcards don't give you the context in which the words are being used. And so a lot of words, and you probably know this just from English, a lot of words change meaning based on context, okay? Context can change like the meaning of a lot of things. Content actually gives you the context of the words being used, okay? And that's something the flashcards can't give you. The second is speed, okay? With flashcards, it's all written, and so there's no speed, okay? Whereas with content, it's actually spoken at the native level, at the native speed, which means you're learning the words with exactly how they're actually set, with the speed that natives actually use them in, which is very helpful because of the third point, which is that along with speed, the way that natives pronounce words will change based on both speed, but also accent, okay? And so what happens is the difference between está, how it's written and said, is actually massive, because está in real Spanish might be said ta because of how it will sound in context and with speed and with accent. And so when you watch content, you are learning words in context with real speed and with real accents, which, by the way, reflects the exact thing that we want, which is conversations. Because in conversations, natives will be speaking in context with speed, with accents. Watching content completely targets our goal, right? It targets it better than the flashcards. And so this is why I say that most people are learning these 1,000 words wrong, okay? Yes, you want to study those words, but because learning those words through flashcards and learning those words through content is completely different. And the results between these 2 people will be completely different. This guy who's doing it with flashcards is losing context, speed, accent, and also isn't studying the words in proportion to how frequently they are used in native speech, which this guy is getting. When you compound that over 2 months of study, who do you think is going to have a better, more advanced vocabulary and be able to actually speak with natives? Obviously this guy. And so that's why this method, I call it transcript training, to me is the best vocabulary exercise that there is. And it is the vocabulary exercise that I used in the summer of 2022 to reach conversational fluency. And this was like the bulk of my study, okay? Now you know why it's so effective and why it's so much more effective than the regular sort of flashcard vocabulary method. I hope you enjoyed. If you're serious about learning Spanish and you want help from me, then you can check the second link in the description. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and stay humble.